going on, guys? 83-Bit here, and today it's Roleplay Wednesday. Now, you guys might be asking what Roleplay Wednesday is. Something I thought up like a couple minutes ago, actually. And basically, we go on videos on YouTube that don't have any actual acting in them. And I, or maybe Music Lover 307 and Puppy Lover 101 may help me with this, because I got a couple of ones that we'll be doing for Wednesdays. And if I don't upload a Wednesday, shame me. Okay. I should have consistency. That's what the YouTube guidelines say anyway for for small YouTubers. Anyway, basically, today, we're going to be acting out, alright, technical difficulties, just moving the camera back. Gosh, the stupid ironing board's getting in my way. This should be good enough, okay? You guys hopefully can see everything that's going on the screen. You can hear me. I'm going to close the door so that nobody hears the nonsense that is going down. It's going to happen in my room because nobody respects what I do, okay? So, alright, let's get into it. Gosh, I had to steal that from my sister's room.
If you've been watching our videos for a long time, or have paid even the slightest bit of attention, you know that we are huge Mortal Kombat fans. And we all agree, this is not only the best Mortal Kombat game to date, but also one of the best fighting games of all time. Yeah, it truly is that good. Kudos to NetherRealm Studios for staying true to themselves and producing another great game, not only for us longtime MK fans, but for the next generation of gamers. However, every game has its sins, and this game is no different. That being said, we will do our best to stay as objective with the sins as possible. Though we are sarcastic assholes, so there's no guarantee that will happen. After all, nitpicking the hell out of video games is what we do. The video description clearly says that. Nevertheless, we hope you enjoy the video. And with that being said, let the video begin.
Alright, let's do this.
Quick question, are you a Sub-Zero fan? If so, then I feel bad for you, because you are about to immediately feel the blatant Scorpion favoritism right about now. WB Games. Hey, you know some of your favorite Mortal Kombat characters? Yeah, they dead. They are like so dead that you should be thankful this is a reboot. Because if it wasn't, you'd be pissed. Hold on a moment. Is this game supposed to begin where the intro to Mortal Kombat Armageddon ended? Because if it is, it's a little inconsistent. First of all, in Armageddon, Onaga seized Shao Kahn and flew away, never to be seen or heard from again. So how are he and Raiden the only two remaining combatants fighting atop the pyramid in this game? Especially when this is before Raiden sends himself back in time. I mean, John Vogel himself confirmed that Shao Kahn was the one to defeat Blaze, but he never specifies how he defeated him. So that must mean he survived the encounter with Onaga and managed to kill him, then return to the pyramid to defeat Raiden. That's my conclusion, but it's never shown or fully explained in the game, so it's getting counted as a sin. Secondly, Raiden was the one who was trapped by Shinnok's two-hand clap, not Kung Lao. And finally, where the hell are Taven and Dagon? According to the MK bio, along with Shao Kahn, Shinnok, and Liu Kang's spirit, they were the only survivors in the Battle of Armageddon, pre-Time Warp. And they are nowhere to be found in this game, and hell, not even mentioned in the alternate timeline.
Where are the Elder Gods, Raiden?
I'm kind of wondering that myself. The Elder Gods' cardinal rule states that they don't interfere in any mortal affairs unless it threatens their very existence, and it clearly stated in Armageddon.
The Elder Gods demand a safeguard to avoid total destruction.
Well, guess what? That safeguard failed, and Shao Kahn's victory in the Battle of Armageddon would more than likely threaten the very existence of the Elder Gods. So where is their divine intervention pre-Time Warp?
My venom spreads. It is the end of all things. Armageddon.
Wrong game. Yeah, because motherfucking Shao Kahn, ruler of Outworld, main antagonist of Mortal Kombat, and the embodiment of evil is really going to spare your soul. Come on, Raiden, you know better than that.
He must win.
I see that even Raiden is fond of the pronoun game, so that we have to guess who he is. Even in a flashback, this is a pretty bizarre scene to witness, seeing as how Shang Tsung and Quan Chi worked together to defeat Shao Kahn in Deadly Alliance, only to turn on each other for control of Onaga's army, and then briefly teamed up with Raiden to defeat Onaga, in which all of them failed. So how the hell is Onaga now teamed up with Shao Kahn, Quan Chi, and Shang Tsung against Raiden? Man, this is confusing.
Lord Raiden, what is wrong?
Strange visions.
Your amulet.
It is nothing, Liu Kang.
Protagonist has a vision of something bad, but then tries to dismiss it as if it was nothing character trait.
In the coming days, each of you will fight.
Though you won't get to fight as each character. You want to play as Baraka or Reptile in story mode? Too bad, sucker. Deal with it.
Some are here of their own volition. Others were brought here by chance.
See, this is something that has always bothered me about Mortal Kombat. There's basically no requirement to enter the MK tournament, meaning the tournament itself has no real structure to it. So what's the point of even hosting a tournament if you can't even follow the basic fundamentals of it? At least in the first movie, the combatants were all specifically given an invitation or handpicked to compete. Why not follow that same formula in the games, especially since this is basically a reboot? Just a thought, just a playful thought. Fireball spamming. And that goes for everyone, including us. You might not be able to tell from the video, but some of the cinematics are at a lower resolution than the in-game engine. Of course, this only occurs on the console version. This problem is not present with the almighty PC Master Race Edition. There's a dedicated button for blocking instead of just holding back on the D-pad. Maybe I just got used to Street Fighter, but it seems kind of pointless and unnecessary for a modern fighting game to still have a button for blocking.
My producer has got to meet you. We're doing Tommy Scissorfists.
Tommy Scissorfists.
The tournament will resume at dawn.
But why? We literally only had 2 Johnny Cage fights with dozens of combatants and spectators watching, and that was it? I mean, yeah, this current scene is taking place at night, so there were probably more matches during the day, but it just seems out of place.
What, that's it? Really?
My point exactly.
Your last opponent was Tarkatan. He was born with those blades.
Yeah, those things are real.
Is Johnny really questioning whether Baraka's blades are real after he just had a fight with him?
Had you lost, the Emperor Shao Kahn would have come one step closer to physically absorbing our world into his.
Yeah, but how would you know that when there's no bracket keeping track of who wins, who loses, how many wins someone gets, and who advances to the next round?
He is a hero, Liu Kang, though he may not yet know it.
Prophecy mumbo jumbo. Radio reception at the pit.
You again. Listen, I've got serious problems here. I'm in no mood to be hit on by some movie star.
Well, are you really surprised? Just like that? You're kind of asking for it.
Ha ha! Not bad for a girl.
Male chauvinism.
I don't need your help.
Pride.
Fine, have it your way.
Burger King.
Oh, I got a neck for survival. You, on the other hand, are gonna die.
So, do it already. Yeah, there's no way Johnny could make that leap after the position he was in. Video game or not, that is a sin.
His name's Kano. He was an informant in our Black Dragon investigation. Big-time arms dealers. Turns out he was their leader, giving us the runaround.
You saved my life, and now I'll spill all of my top-secret information to you, stranger. Thank you.
So that's not a costume? You're actual military?
Special Forces.
Get out.
I agree, Johnny. Hell, if I'd known women dressed like that in Special Forces, I would have joined a long time ago. Johnny's stupid shit-eating grin.
Let him go! We're not part of your tournament.
So, if you two are not part of the tournament, then how did they manage to capture Jax in the first place? Puns! Quips! Jokes!
Shield your eyes.
What?
Shield your eyes.
This is copyright.
Even if an Earthrealm warrior were to win the tournament? That's not stated in the sacred rules of Mortal Kombat. Who really cares at this point, right? 2-on-1 shenanigans. Which, to be honest, we really don't mind. It's just kind of cheap. Also, you better be sure you practice before you go into story mode, because it's not like Tekken Tag where if you defeat one character, you defeat the whole team. No, you gotta beat both characters. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I know a lot of people, including my partners, who did, which is the only reason why it's getting counted as a sync.
After I get you to base, I'm coming back. Kano's still here somewhere.
Your obsession with him is gonna get you killed.
I trusted him.
Yeah, we all did.
Informant or not, if you trust someone like Kano, you deserve what's coming to you. Convenience Chopper is convenient.
Kano is not your prisoner.
And yet you are able to take Jax as your prisoner. I think these rules of Mortal Kombat need to be revised.
Told you. Turns out he's a god.
Really? And Sonya should already know that, seeing as how she just fought him like 10 minutes ago. Dual smokes? When Kung Lao unmasks, his hat is nowhere to be found. Then he disrobes, and all of a sudden, his hat appears. Mortal Kombat magic!
I do not cling to the past. You no longer seek retribution. You decide your kind.
Breath.
You waste my time, sorcerer. Restraint, Scorpion.
Scorpion whipped.
Defeat Sub-Zero if you must, but do not kill him. I fear his death will give rise to a more treacherous foe. I will have my revenge. Spare Sub-Zero's life, and I will request that the Elder Gods return the Shirai Ryu to the realm of mortals.
That was easy.
I understand there are benefits to the Grandmaster's plan, but his plan goes against Lin Kuei principles.
We are Lin Kuei, Cyrax. We will obey the Grandmaster's commands.
Did you not hear what Cyrax just said? Lin Kuei principles overrule the wishes of the Grand Master. You know, I always wondered how Sub-Zero could survive in the Netherrealm. It's literally all hellfire and brimstone. And last time I checked, fire beats ice.
This is not me.
Cut to black on fatality. Dramatic skull crushing.
An unfortunate end. He once defended Earthrealm from the Netherrealm armies of Shinnok and Quan Chi.
Yeah, but that was Kua Liang, the future Sub-Zero, not Bihan, the elder Sub-Zero who was killed here. Unblockable jump stomp. And that goes for all the Shokan characters.
Shang Tsung has turned on me. I need to find out why.
Because he's an evil, manipulative, asshole sorcerer. Obviously.
Finish him.
I won't kill him.
This is the second time so far that Shang Tsung has remained inactive when someone refuses to finish their opponent. However, he has no reason to stand idly by on this one since it's Johnny Cage, who is an Earthrealm warrior fighting against his plans.
I chose to serve Lin Kuei, but I will not surrender my free will.
Doesn't joining the clan require you to surrender your free will? You know, to serve the greater cause?
Liu Kang, you are the sole Earthrealm warrior to progress to this final stage of the tournament.
But how? What about the other Earthrealm warriors like Johnny Cage and Sonya who fought and advanced like 30 minutes ago? Or Cyrax, who we just played as? Time jump or not, this is very sinful.
Remember Bo Raicho's teachings.
Mortal Kombat Commandments number 8. Thou shalt not speak of thy lame characters such as Bo Raicho, ever.
This amulet was forged by the Elder Gods. It cracked here in the present after my first vision.
Something you could have easily explained when you first had the vision, but then brushed it off as if it was nothing because it wasn't that time for the exposition yet. This is the most wretched fight sequence I have ever seen in Mortal Kombat, game or otherwise. And between two prominent characters, that makes it extra sinful. Look at this!
You're good. Show me more.
Do not underestimate me, Shaolin.
Katana, I don't think that's what he meant when he said, show me more. Liu Kang does not yell his signature when doing his bicycle kick.
You must kill me.
I will not. This encounter never took place.
It's going to be impossible for her to do that, Liu, seeing as how she told Shang Tsung she would ensure you don't advance further in the tournament. And she failed.
He is a greater threat than anticipated. I will ensure he does not reach the final challenge.
She will not go unpunished. Well, I stand corrected. He isn't going to punish her at all. Evil sorcerer Shang Tsung isn't going to punish someone for failing a task he assigned. Let that sink in for a moment.
Combatants! Only one Earthrealm warrior remains. The Shaolin, Liu Kang!
Yeah, didn't you already say that earlier?
Liu Kang, you are the sole Earthrealm warrior to progress to this final stage of the tournament. Your opponent will be Scorpion.
I cannot fear you, demon.
Fighting with Scorpion, the sorcerer Quan Chi.
Yeah, these rules are full of some bullshit.
Curse the other gods in their tournament. I should have taken Earthrealm by force.
Yeah, you should have. Should have done it now and a long time ago, considering your brute force nature.
What if the rules were changed?
Katana. Continue.
Really? It took you assholes all this time to even think about that plan? You were all pure evil. That would have been the first idea I would have thought of. And here's another problem. The entire Mortal Kombat tournament was created by the Elder Gods as a way to give Earthrealm a chance to defend itself against a possible invasion from Outworld. Simply changing the rules without the consent and knowledge of the Elder Gods would be strictly forbidden. And since Shao Kahn is clearly planning to invade and conquer Earthrealm despite his Outworld fighters being defeated in the tournament, it would be in direct violation of the sacred rules, thus causing the Elder Gods to intervene and punish them accordingly, which they never do.
The Emperor has an offer, Raiden. A new tournament.
I see no reason to participate in any plan of yours.
The Emperor proposes a single tournament to replace the current system of 10. It will be held in Outworld. If Earthrealm does not win, Outworld will absorb it. But if Earthrealm wins, Shao Kahn will abandon his claim to it forever.
Even if Shang Tsung's proposal were legit, even if Earthrealm won, what benefit would it be for Raiden? Who's to say Shao Kahn would truly abandon his claim to Earthrealm? He would just find another way like he did here. Damn it! Even in a fighting game, there's a first-person point of view at critical plot moments. It's brief, but it's still a sin.
Anybody get the number? Wait, where's Sonya?
Hold that thought for a moment there, Jax. I'm wondering how you and pretty much everyone else survived when you were all being invaded by Tarkatan warriors. Seems like they're a bunch of pushovers. And if that's the case, then where exactly is the threat?
Hear me, Elder Gods. I accept the terms proposed by Shao Kahn.
But them Elder Gods will not punish Shao Kahn for directly violating the sacred rules of Mortal Kombat in the first place.
Wish this damn tracking device worked in here.
Well, you are in Outworld, but it sounds like you have iPhone reception. Pointless fight between Jax and Johnny Cage over Cage's simple and understandable affection for Sonya Blade. Even when Jax said,
It's not like that.
Amazing! I've never seen intestines break like that.
How you like that, Mr. Davis?
Enough, Jackson Briggs. You will restrain yourself.
You're just now breaking up their fight? Outworld dice.
If you had not dishonored yourself by attempting escape, we would not be here this soon.
What? How does that even make any sense? Wait, you have a knife? Where was that in your arsenal of special moves?
That's weird. I've got 2 sets of readings, heavy tech signals, both of them.
Ah, so Sonya's devices have clear reception in Outworld.
Hey.
Eh?
That's weird.
Convenience!
Sonya, you're with me. Keeping my eye on you.
Notice how Jax was staring at Sonya's boobs when he said that. Ha! It's not like that, my ass.
Raiden, looks like you want to teleport yourself about 30 clicks that way.
Notice how Jax doesn't specify which direction that way is.
We should separate.
Splitting from the group plot cliche.
Was the Emperor not pleased? He was foolish to send his house to interfere with Lin Kuei business.
That's sexist.
Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Puns! Whips! Jokes! Oh my! Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to bear witness and appreciate the absurdity of this scene. Shang Tsung, one of the most powerful sorcerers in all of Mortal Kombat, resorts to participating in RPG practice. Also, what a waste of ammo. Oh, hold on a moment. Since when did Sector possess cloaking abilities? Did I miss something? Is this some new gameplay feature that we don't know about? Or is this a narrative-only special move? Either way, sinful! Honestly, if they already have cyborg equivalents of smoke, What exactly do they need smoke for? Seems like Raiden only has flashbacks when the plot demands it. Storytelling. Wizard! This may be just me, but Cyrex's design, seriously, not digging it at all. Personally, I prefer his Deadly Alliance attire. Ah, so this is how Jax gets his metal arms in the alternate timeline. Makes more sense than what they had before. Though let's be real here. Ermac should have easily torn his whole body apart. Hey, told you we were nitpicky assholes.
Sonya Blade to command. Sonya Blade to command. Do you read? Sonya Blade to command. Do you read?
Jesus, this wristcom needs to make up its mind whether or not it wants to be functional when Sonya literally used it just a few minutes ago.
But I need your help to get
There's a portal to the south. You can use it to transport yourselves back to Earthrealm.
Convenience portal is convenient. Man, look at that Sega Genesis era Coliseum crowd.
Kill him!
See, that's how you get things done when your winning competitor refuses to finish their opponent. Shang Tsung needs to take some lessons.
Your followers hold you in high esteem, Warlord. They fight and die for your amusement. My brother participated in this folly. I do so only to face his killer.
And you shall.
That was easy.
Tournament. Sub-Zero? No!
Why doesn't Raiden use his lightning to save Sub-Zero like he did with Smoke earlier?
How is it that Earthrealm ninjas brazenly appear before me when my daughter, Princess of Outworld, was sent to intercept them?
Because they're ninjas, fool! Grumpy Smoke.
Earthrealmers, you dare approach me.
That's racist.
Thanks. Ow. You couldn't have seen that in one of your hot flashes?
Johnny would be excellent at gaming sins.
I know where you're going. I am ordered to prevent you from going there.
And why is that?
I do not question the Emperor's commands.
Obedience.
She looks like me.
Then you must be blind, because that bitch don't look anything like you. Character thought to have been asleep suddenly wakes up cliche.
This conjurer has created horrid replicas of me, crossbred with Tarkatan blood. One was alive and attacked me.
To be fair, you attacked her first. All she wanted was a hug.
Well done, sorcerer.
No. You approve? How could you?
The sin here is that Katana is actually surprised that the evil, conquering, merciless warlord Shao Kahn would approve of such experiments. Highly skilled Adenian Princess Katana is restrained by two Tarkatan jabronis. Tarkatans holding guns. I'm not Baraka in this particular shot.
You would deny her execution? Only means of regaining her honor?
And what?
Go. Find Raiden. Ask for his help.
Or I could just quickly break you free and we could ask Raiden together. You are going to be executed after all. I guess not.
Kitana turns away from Shao Kahn, so you attack her rather than join her?
This is not
Smoke, stop! That is not Katana.
Honestly, how does anyone confuse Katana with Melina? They look nothing alike. What's so sporting different colors? And despite Raiden saying that it's not Katana, Smoke still engages battle with Jade, because we need to pad the runtime of story mode, I guess.
I hope your girlfriend is not the one Raiden's name like MK.
Notice that I am ignoring you.
Pussy whipped! We go from dusk to night in a matter of seconds. Even if we are in Outworld, that is a sin. Noob Saibot's cheap-ass teleport slam. It's even worse when you have to fight the scrubs online who spam it. Motaro appearance, but you'll never get to fight him. I am severely disappointed that Shao Kahn didn't say,
You will face Shang Tsung. You will face Quan Chi. You will face this deadly alliance.
Now that would have been a good joke. Never mind. That was good enough. Sin retracted. Kung Lao is dead, and I am not okay with that.
Do you know who I am?
Insert name of any fictional character here. I'm going with Batman. And as always, Shao Kahn is a cheap son of a bitch. This is the closest thing to teabagging as you're gonna get in this game. Liu Kang's dirt face.
Not one word. Because of you, Outworld can no longer merge with Earthrealm.
To be fair, you were the one who put him up against Kung Lao. And this whole new tournament in Outworld was your idea. And you lost to Liu Kang as well. So Shang Tsung is not entirely at fault here.
There may yet be an alternative emperor. Invasion.
Yeah, but didn't you technically already try that? And it caused you to create this new tournament, which you also lost?
The Emperor. Yes. Take me to Shao Kahn.
Reusing Shiva's voice actress for Sindel. Come on, guys. Don't think that just because they both have minor roles in this game that we're not going to notice it. It kind of distracts from the experience.
What of Kitana?
Kitana now allies herself with Earthrealm.
She is no longer my daughter.
Child abandonment.
This is not happening. Not what I was thinking when I swore to protect and serve.
That's not quite the I didn't sign up for this cliche, but it's close enough.
I'm thinking shoot first, ask questions later.
And that, boys and girls, is the mindset of a police officer, especially when the suspect is black. These assholes can't hit their target. These assholes also continue to waste ammo on an enemy that has created an acid barrier. Stryker. Yeah, that's right. And it's not just because he's a cop character. I mean, I never liked his character. Ever. He is the most bland, boring. He is as generic as it gets. In a series full of sorcerers, gods, ninjas, demons, cyborgs, princesses, and Shaolin monks, we get Stryker. At least Jax, Sonya, and Kano have something special about them. Hey, if you like Stryker, good for you. But none of us here at GCN give a shit about him. We think his slot should have been saved for someone like Jason Voorhees, so that we could have Freddy and Jason in the same game and have a rematch. Oh, I shake my head at the hilarity. Also, if you look at him in a certain angle, he looks like a discount John Cena.
Come on, we're going street level. We've been compromised.
It ain't safe down there.
Better there than here.
Yeah, because there's hundreds of monsters causing all sorts of destruction down there, but there's only one up here. Yeah, down there is definitely the better option.
What are you doing out here?
Looking for a new playmate.
You're a long way from the Playboy Mansion, sister. Am I seriously blocking a flame breath? Stryker survives this. Can I just mention how godlike Ermac looks? Well, I can, and I will. He looks god-like. Developer narcissism.
Perhaps he is going to find help. Nah, he was way too banged up.
Don't you mean burnt up? We interrupt this Mortal Kombat game to bring you Revenge of the Sith.
Take it off.
God, it's permanent.
What?
No mask, no breathing.
I'm a freak.
Character refuses to accept their newfound power until they actually use it, cliche.
You sold those monsters their firepower.
Guilty as charged.
This is your fault.
Technically, it was Kintaro's fault since he was the one who burned you, but okay. Blame Kano.
You are not authorized for portal use.
Portal police. Man, they really went all out on the Predator gimmicks here without including Predator himself in the game.
Not as cool as you thought.
Oh, Cabal, you're so punny.
He's machine. I'm human.
You do not appear human.
Don't let the mask fool you.
I agree. Apparently nobody ever told Shiva that appearances can be deceptive. The way Smoke runs.
What they did to him, it is hideous.
I could say the same thing about your new design. Slaving protocols? First-person point of view critical plot moments. Well, that's what you get for installing Windows Vista. Haha, good one, Boone. Putting John Vogel's name and yours in, thinking we wouldn't notice. It's clever, but still developer narcissism, so... Kano uses his eyes in the cutscene, but we can't use it in the game.
On your feet, all of you.
For what purpose?
Don't care, really. So long as I get paid.
Agreed. Bells that signify something bad is going to happen, cliche. The obligatory sacrificial lambs. Oh, hey, Jax. I see you got your new metal arms. I almost forgot Ermac ripped them off.
Who is that?
Really, Quan Chi? You're asking who that blue cyborg ninja that resembles the old Sub-Zero who is now your new servant Noob Saibot is? Really? They're fighting that close to the Sol NATO and both of them don't get sucked in? The second worst cinematic fight in the game. Come on! Look at the atrocity of it all! And that was the last of Noob Saibot.
Raiden, what are your thoughts? Raiden?
Yes, that is best.
Nobody questions Raiden's sudden blackout.
I must speak with the Elder Gods. Shao Kahn's violation must be punished.
You're just now thinking of that? What the hell kind of punches were those? Sindel's infamous annoying Banshee scream. I see the Earthrealm combatants went to the Fist of Fury school of fighting your opponent one at a time. Come on, gang up on her. Use your powers. Anything but one at a time. Jade is dead, and I am not okay with that.
Elder Gods, I beseech you. Earthrealm is in danger.
We are aware of your plight, Raiden.
Then you must intervene on Earthrealm's behalf.
We cannot.
But wasn't the whole point of creating the Mortal Kombat tournament in the first place a chance for Earthrealm to protect itself? They've already won, yet Shao Kahn still invades. That right there should have been means to intervene.
But Shao Kahn, Liu Kang has bested him twice, yet he still...
Shao Kahn has not violated the rules of Mortal Kombat.
Wrong. He violated the rules the moment he was defeated and decided to sanction a new tournament on Outworld without your knowledge or consent.
Invasion is not itself a transgression. It is the merger of realms that is prescribed.
A distinction without a difference!
Exactly, Raiden. What the fuck do you think the point is of Shao Kahn's invasion if not to merge the realms?
Innocents are dying at the hands of Outworld!
It is regrettable, but the Mortal Kombat tournaments are not intended to prevent certain outcomes. They are intended only to maintain balance among the realms.
Balance that is sure to be disrupted if Shao Kahn were to succeed, which he would have been able to prevent had you been more competent. You see, we have defeated your logic, Elder Gods. You have lost this argument.
They are dead.
Liu Kang,
We abandoned them. And they're dead.
I know, right? What was the point of Raiden taking you with him to see the Elder Gods? Had you stayed behind, Jade and Nightwolf might have survived.
I will go to Quan Chi, align our realm with his against the forces of Outworld.
What? Grovel before Quan Chi? What will he demand? What price will be paid?
Would any price be too high to save Earthrealm?
Yeah, it would be. Especially since you said earlier.
But the price of victory was almost too steep to pay.
I had prayed it not true. But you have gone mad, Raiden.
Well, thank you, Captain Obvious.
May the Elder Gods protect you.
Oh, you mean those same Elder Gods whom you just spoke to and refused aid for Earthrealm? Those Elder Gods?
Shao Kahn's victory is nearly complete. Soon he will arrive in Earthrealm. No! The Elder Gods cannot allow it! The Elder Gods are toothless.
1 sin reduction for Quan Chi speaking truth.
Liu Kang, I now realize what we must do. We must allow Shao Kahn to merge the realms.
That is insane.
The Elder Gods forbid it without victory in Mortal Kombat. When he does, the Elder God's fury will fall upon him. Defeating Shao Kahn before the merge is but temporary. He will return, bringing Armageddon. I have foreseen it.
Enough, Raiden.
Look, Lou, I know you're mad, but now would be a great time to listen to Raiden. Especially since...
He is here.
Have faith in the Elder Gods.
Oh, for crying out loud, Raiden, will you shut the hell up about the Elder Gods?
Liu Kang, I cannot let you fight Shao Kahn.
Then you are my enemy.
I cannot express how utterly terrible that was. And all of a sudden, there were Johnny Cage and Sonya!
Liu Kang, forgive me.
You know, Raiden, you could have just stunned him temporarily. You know, limit your power usage. Jesus, is Liu Kang dead again? Can this motherfucker stay dead this time?
You do not deserve to do that.
Oh, crap. Wait a minute. How come you can't heal him like you did with Jax? Raiden logic, I guess. Oh, there goes the script again. Johnny Cage and Sonya resort to being Shao Kahn's fodder.
All these ages you have fought me. You denied me my rightful claim.
Something sounds different about you, Khan. Did your voice change?
Escort her to the tower. I will make an example of her. I know you can rule it. It is the end of all things.
He forgot to say Armageddon. Come on, man. If you're going to repeat the beginning of the game, you have to be 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
Now, Raiden, your world ends.
Saving the hero in the nick of time cliche. Also, now the Elder Gods decide to help. Convenience! Is it me or do the dragons sound like dogs? I'm confused here.
It is over, but only at the gravest of costs.
You got that right. Kung Lao's dead, Jade is dead, Smoke is dead, Nightwolf is dead, Cabal is dead, Noob Saibot is dead. Some of my favorite characters are dead. And Kano was still frozen. Shinnok is back. That's a good thing, though I'm not really shocked. After all, he was in the Netherrealm this whole time, post-Armageddon and pre-Armageddon, but the game tries to pass it off as this big surprise plot twist, so for that, it's getting a sin. Also, obvious setup for an obvious sequel is obvious, even though that sequel is almost guaranteed to be awesome. And now, on to some non-story mode sins. MK1 tactics. Online lag is still pretty bad. Scarlet, Rain, and Kenshi are DLC characters instead of unlockable characters from the crypt. Freddy Krueger I can understand because he's third party. There is no chess combat, Tetris combat, or motor combat in this game. In my opinion, those modes were loads of fun and I wish to see them present. Then the game would be 10 times better than it already is. Okay, I'm really reaching the bottom of the barrel with this one. There is no exhibition mode in single player versus the computer without the ladder. Granted, hardly anybody would use it, but it's nice to have an actual practice match with the computer before you fight online or with your friends. The following fatalities are lame. You're in this game. That's cool, I guess. What I'm wondering is how come there aren't any Gears of War characters like Marcus or Ron in the Xbox 360 version. Can you imagine doing a Hammer of Dawn fatality? That would be disgustingly awesome. I know I can't be the only one who's thought about this. What a wasted opportunity. And while we're on the topic, I gotta say this now because there's not gonna be a more appropriate time to say it. Kratos is a discount Quan Chi. No taunts in Mortal Kombat? Except for Shao Kahn? Unacceptable! Oh, I almost forgot something. If Shinnok is still alive, and the threat of Armageddon still looms, how come Raiden's amulet reverted back to normal?
guys, that was, God, what did I call it? I know the acting was pretty bad. It was the first video, and I decided to do this. We are going to do Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 11, and a ton of other ones. We will find everything so then you guys can be happy. Anyway, guys, leave a like and a comment. Tell me if you want more of this, regardless what you say. I'm going to make more. But I hope you guys love it. And bye, guys! Have a bitter day.